Hey y'all, today I'm making an interactive journal page with a woven paper basket filled with fussy cut collage strawberries that open to reveal hidden notes inside. So, if you may have noticed that all of my videos lately have been strawberry themed, and that is because in my monthly membership, the Craft and Collage Club, our current theme is strawberries. And so I've been thinking about all of these projects that I can do around strawberries, and I have like so many of them that there's no possible way I can do all of them. But this one really got stuck in my head, and it's something that I played around with a lot until I felt like I had it right. So, one of the things that I was having a hard time, I feel like getting right was the basket. And what I ended up doing here to make it look the way I wanted it to was I used kind of two tones of watercolor paper on a piece of like mixed media paper and had kind of a darker half and a lighter half. And when I wove them together and then shaded one side with the vintage photo distress ink, and then when I placed them on the base paper, made sure that I was positioning the right way so that it looked like the bottom of each woven piece had a little bit of a shadow on it. And in the end, I really love the way it looks. It's exactly what I envisioned, and it's always exciting when that happens. And even with the kind of like last minute idea of putting some of the script stamp with the distress ink on the woven parts, really adds to it. Like my idea was that it would add some visual interest, and I really think it did. And then I applied that to the basket handle as well, and I feel like it just really brought the whole thing together, and it's just super adorable. And in the mix of all this, I was trying to decide how I wanted my little strawberry note cards to look because I'd seen some inspiration on Pinterest, and it was by someone who is a much more talented watercolor painter than I am. Like these were beautiful, and I'm just not, that is not my area of expertise yet. So what I wanted to do was apply, a lot of the printables that I use and, create something that anybody else could make, as long as they have some scissors and a printer and some glue. And so I redesigned some of the fussy cuts that I had in my last month's subscription to create these little note cards. And these will be included in my upcoming month subscription. So you can check out the description in the comments for that if you're interested. And so for the insides of these, like clearly I painted the insides pink so that I could write notes on the inside. But one of the things that I kept thinking about as I was making this is I know a lot of people don't particularly like their handwriting. And it would be really cool to have something to put on the inside, but I couldn't decide what that would be. So I am just really curious. If you had this as a product, would you want something that you can like cut out the shape of and then put it on the inside? Or would you rather write yours on the inside? I'm like really just curious. And if you were going to write something in the inside, I would love to know what you would write. You will see in just a minute what I wrote on the inside of mine. Because I actually, while I don't feel like I have the most beautiful handwriting, I do enjoy my own handwriting because when I go back and look at all of the little things that I make for my journals, it is a lot more meaningful when it is my own handwriting on something rather than something I have printed out and stuck in there. It just feels a lot more personal. And I think that there's a lot of, I don't know, energy that you put out and put into the universe when you do write something yourself, even if it's, you're the very sweetest. It just feels really nice to me. And I also think about, maybe in the future, my daughter's going through my journals. If she finds something in my own handwriting, I think it's just going to be really, really special. And so I do try to write as much as I can. But I am curious if you're somebody who really doesn't like your own handwriting, like if you were to have something to put inside your little berries, like what would that look like? I would love to know. And so here it is all put together. I added the little eyelet lace on it because I just thought that was so cute and it just really added to it. And so this is a small little space, and I was kind of debating on what to put in it, but I did write, I am grateful for you because if you are watching this, I am grateful that we have found each other and you have made it this far in my video. So thank you so much. And if you like this video, go check out the next one where I am making a strawberry themed junk journal, and I will see you next time. Bye.